Hello everybody and welcome back to the Legend of Minecraft. My name's Cody, and in between episodes I was doing a bit of digging at the spot that I already talked about, where we dig down to, what was it? We press F3, we go to like 11 or 12 or something like that above ground level and start digging around, and we're meant to be able to find diamond, which we've got right there. The only problem is that in getting to here, my pickaxe broke right at the wrong moment. So we'll be a second here. We have all the materials we need for a new one anyway. We get the crafting table. We get the sticks, and we get the iron ingots. And while we're here, we'll make a second one. All right, so let's get to that. I'm gonna be covering a lot of the lava because why not? Because there's plenty of lava around the place on this. There's lava pools all over the surface actually in this particular game, so we're not that concerned about it. What we're more concerned with is the idea that our resources would go into the lava and it would be very sad. Because we wouldn't have the resources because they would have been burned. So I'm just carefully covering the whole area around here. Alright, so now we can get started with mining. We've got some Lapras here, water and ice type Pokemon, Lapras Lazuli. We've also got some coal here. I don't know if I can turn that into a Pokemon. There's probably a coal Pokemon. I mean, there's Pokemon that live in coal plants, but those are like Magnemite. I don't know. You can tell me. You can tell me about coal Pokemon. And we've got diamonds here, which is the important part. This is what we really want, which is ironic because you can see we're not picking it up because we are out of space. But we have like one block of dirt here. So now we have diamonds. So we're gonna mine these diamonds. And it's going to be good news because diamonds are what we've been needing to advance further into the game. Because, well, we can't mine these otherwise. And when I say these, I mean this. Which I realize now that I could have done at the start of this instead of using up all of my dirt. I realize that now, but I didn't just before, so that's my excuse. But there's still, as you can see, lava on the level below. On the level below where the current nether is, and if we try and mine it, it will probably just go straight into being in the lava, and we'll all be very sad. But yeah, so we've got the diamond now, so we can make a diamond pickaxe. Is probably the #1 priority. Where am I? So we just head over here. These are just exciting long corridors here leading back to, this is where I was in that other episode where I asked how high I should be. Apparently I should be like 10 things up, so I made it a little bit higher up. And now here we are back at the sacred patch of grass. This is my landmark, is the grass that mysteriously grows under the ground. It's very sacred. It's probably holy in some way. So we should be very nice to it. We should annihilate this lava. Because we've got plans. We've got plans for some lava, and oops, took it away too fast. Because as you can see, here's our base. Here is Miranda, our underground base, and here is blocks that hadn't fully loaded. So what we're going to do is we've got our crafting table here. We've got a singular stick. So we're going to have to make some more of those. But that is easily done. And now let's take 3 of our diamonds and make our first diamond mining pick, which then will throw everything on the ground, as is the custom. Alright, let's I've been playing Stardew Valley recently, and it has much better inventory stuff than this, because there's an organize button that will organize it by type, which I desperately need here, because if I could just organize this into blocks and have all of the cobblestone just organize itself, there's probably a mod for it, but it should do it in the base game, because it would make things a lot easier. So yeah, that clears out enough that we've got a bit of space to work with, and I'll put the rest of the diamond in here, because there's enough for another diamond pickaxe if we so desire. So let's go over to this says gold, this says lava, the so-called lava entrance, which no longer quite lives up to its name, but that's okay. I'm just worried that there's still going to be lava on another, because there's a difference between these lava lakes and just lava puddles, I guess you'd call them, except you wouldn't want to splash around in one, and I guess you also wouldn't want to swim in a lava lake. So I'm doing it the most dangerous way I know how, which is digging around directly where I think the lava will be, because that makes perfect sense. Alright, so there's still some lava. There's still some lava around here, so we just have to be a bit careful, but we do know that these particular ones here are safe. So let's get to work on some nether, because we're going to make a nether portal. Making a nether portal is our next step into getting some more resources, namely that light stuff that... Hold on, did I get it? Yeah. That light... What do you call it? Stone... I know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about, I just don't remember the name for it. The stone that lights up, and I can use it instead of candles in my house, because currently I have like a little chandelier set up with like 4 torches around it. It doesn't look that great. I'd prefer to have that glowstone, lightstone. It's one of those. It has a name that is similar to one of these things. So we'll just have to always be careful about the lava, but we are doing pretty well for ourselves. I think I'll leave some of this collecting to in between episodes, because as you can see, even with a diamond pickaxe, it's not the fastest process. Like this is getting some iron. Like I just collected a whole bunch of it, but that nether is a pain to deal with. I forget how many we've got 5. Because we need. Hold on. Let's use some cobblestone. So you have a base. It's 4, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold on. So I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I'm visualizing it here, but I think I need around 14 of these nether blocks to make a portal to the nether. Also need a flint and steel, which is, I think I have one somewhere, but otherwise they're quite easy to make, because I have, I thought I had flint, I might have thrown it out, but I have flint in the land above. Speaking of which, let's head over to the land above, because it's always a fun time. There's still zombies that make noises when I'm in there, but I haven't been able to figure out where they are. I've done a bit of exploring around the sort of around the edges of my base to try and figure out if there's like a zombie spawner around or something, because they just make a lot of noise around there. But I haven't figured out where it is yet. Here's my dangerous precipice-based return. I could have also just walked along the bottom and then swum up the waterfall, but that I didn't feel like it today. So let's dangerously jump and go up the waterfall anyway, because I missed my dangerous jump. Let's go. It's defying gravity. Yeah, look, swimming up waterfalls is something that only, Generally, you have to be some sort of martial arts master who's had a lot of practice sitting under waterfalls, which trains you probably trains you to be able to swim up them. That's my theory anyway. Though you shouldn't trust my theories, because when I was like 8, I thought that meditate and levitate were the same words, and that, you know, that priests sat around in like old Aztec temples floating, because look, they sounded similar, and that's what matters. So here's our tree. Just wanted to say hello to our tree and our cow, and collect a few of the resources we need around here. I'm taking the long route just so that, because I've got cool rooms. Like, here's a cool skeleton inside of a weird shaped canoe, a weird shaped shoe, one of those things that you open, it gives you a fortune that's apparently Chinese, but it's not actually Chinese because it was made in America, but it says things like Confucius say that was written by Americans. You know those things? One of those. I'm really bad with figuring out what words I'm trying to talk about today. I've forgotten the words of like 4 things, which is impressive because I've only come across like 5 things in this video thus far. So what we should do is we need to get, what was it that I needed to get? That's the next thing I've forgotten. We needed to get, we're going to get flint and steel, which we've got the steel, but we haven't got the flint. Here's some flint. We'll just take, actually, I don't know why I did that in such a dramatic fashion, but let's make flint and steel right here, so that in the next episode we will be ready to go into the Nether. And then, as is our custom, we throw away all of our resources. Alright, well, I'm going to see you guys next time. I got a bit confused by there being a front entrance. I was like, hold on, where's the front? All of these sides of the house are closed off, like it's some sort of house. See you next time.